So that will be question paper solving. Okay, we are going to solve question paper, and specifically we will be doing question number 1A. Okay, so MCQ type of questions, like what type of questions will be asked for maths 1. So we have 4 chapters. The name of the chapters are from maths 1. First is ratio and proportion. Then we have financial planning, linear equation in two variables, and statistics. Right. So these are the 4 chapters, and we will be doing mixed practice of MCQ type questions in this class. So this is going to be an interactive class where we both will be doing the problems together. We will be discussing, and then I will give you hints, and you will be solving the remaining part. Okay, you have to select the correct choices, and we will be checking your scores and how you are doing on the quiz. So let me first give you the directions on how to begin. So you need to go to Google. You have to type in joinmyquiz.com. And once you type in joinmyquiz.com, it will ask you for a code. You can see a link like this, which is for students. You have to click on that link, and then you will be directed to a page like this, quizzes. Here you have to enter the code. The code is over here, 142279. You have to type in this code, 142279. Once you enter the code, it will ask you for a name. Okay, and once you enter the name, also enter your school name. Okay, also enter your school name, and then click on start. You will be here on the dashboard. I can hear already participants are joining. That's great. Once again, I'm going to repeat it quickly. Type in joinmyquiz.com, and then it will ask for a click on this first link, which is for students, and then it will ask for a code. You need to enter this code, 142279. 142279 is the code. Once you enter the code, it will ask for a name, and once you have to enter your name with school name. All right, and then you click on start. You will be here on the dashboard. Okay, so I give you 30 seconds. Quickly join the link. Yes, and here we can see 46 of you have joined. Okay, that's great. Others, please quickly join. Don't forget to mention your school name. In case if you have already joined, no worries. But next time, please remember you should always write your school name. Okay, great. Uh, and let's get started with the first question. There on the screen. So once you have joined, please come back to the Zoom class, Zoom link to the Zoom page. Okay. And here on the Zoom page, you should be able to see the first question. So that is the question from ratio and proportion. Simplify as fully as possible, right? You have to simplify as fully as possible. The ratio is 28 is to 42. That is 28 over 42. And we have to bring it down to simplest form, right? Now I will give you hint, and then you have to try. So please full concentration on the Zoom page. All right. So what number should be used to divide both of these numbers so that we get the lowest form? Okay. So what happens? Check for common factors, right? So we see 2 is divisible. These two numbers are divisible by 2. These two numbers are divisible by, check by any other number. Check for 7, check for 6, right? So we see that both of them are divisible by 7, isn't it? So what happens if we divide both the top and bottom by 7? Dividing both by 7, what do you get? So that would be 4 over 6. Yes, very good. And again, we can simplify this further, isn't it? Both are divisible by 2. So dividing top and bottom by 2, you will get the answer. Okay, you need to write it in ratio form. That is first number first and second number second. All right, quickly solve it out. Use paper pen, solve it out. And once you solve it, you should go to the board. Okay, go to the quiz link, and on the quiz link you should be able to see the choices. On the quiz link you should be able to see the choices. Okay, and I see many of you have already submitted the answers. Just take a look how you would be able to see this. Yes, you will be able to see a question like this. Simplify as possible, as fully as possible. Okay, and these are the choices. Okay, so the time's up, and let's see how many of you have got it right. Okay, you have to be quick when you are solving. So let us see how many of you have given the answers correct. And here you can see these are the participants. 37 of you have got it right. Very good, students. And let us move to next question now, question number 2. So everyone, before that, let me show you the answer. What was the answer for first one? So please move back to the Zoom screen, and here you can see 4 divided by 2 is 2 over 6 divided by 2 is 3. So you write it in ratio format, that will be 2:3. So this is the correct answer, 2:3. Okay, students, 3 was the correct answer. Let us look at the second question now. So that's question number 2. In a class of 10 boys and 14 girls, the ratio of girls to boys is this. So you are given the ratio. Okay. And what are you supposed to do next? In a class of 10 boys and 14 girls, the ratio of girls to boys is dash. So you have to find the ratio of girls to boys. That means first you should write the number of girls and then you should write the number of boys. So what is the number of girls? It is 14 over the number of boys, which is 10. Okay, and then bring this down to simplest form. Which number goes in? Or we can divide both the numbers by which number? Yes, you all are right. We can divide both by 2. So dividing both by 2, you will get the answer. Remember one thing, numerator first and then the denominator. And once you get the answers, you should go to the Zoom link. There you should be able to see the next question. You should be able to see this question over there. Okay, select the correct choice. Select the correct choice. You should be able to see question like this. Okay, select the correct choice. Simple, you just have to divide this, isn't it? 14 divided by 2 over 10 divided by 5, what do you get? And select the correct choice. Select the correct choice. This is easy. Okay, and that's it. Time's up. So let's see how many of you have got it right. There we can see 42 of you have got it right. Very good, students. You all are doing great. Let us check the next question now. So question number 3. Move back to which screen? To the Zoom screen. Here 14 divided by 2 was 7 over 10 divided by 2, that is 5. So always write the first number first, second number second. So the ratio was 7:5. Okay, this is the correct answer. Okay, everyone, let us move to next question. Question number 3. Now, again, this is a question from ratio and proportion. You have to solve for C. The question is to find C. Okay, And how can we do that? 2 over 7 equals to C over 28. These are very simple questions. Just try to understand the logic. 7 multiplied by what will give you 28? 7 multiplied by what will give you 28? So yes, multiplied by 4 and you will get 28, right? So same thing, you need to perform this same operation on the top. 2 times 4 will give you C. Isn't that easy? So write it down on your papers. What is the answer? 2 times 4 will give you the answer C. Once again, I'll repeat what we did. Try to find the relationship between 7 and 28. We know 7 times 4 is 28. We perform same operation on the top. That is 2 times 4 equals to C. Now just multiply to get the value and move back to the Zoom, to the quiz link. Go to the quiz link and you should be able to see the question there. Yes, you should be able to see the question there. Quickly start selecting, start submitting your choices. Okay. Wonderful, you all are doing great. I'll give you another 5 seconds. Only 5 seconds more. Okay, even though you can see the timer has more seconds, but still I'm going to give you only 5 more seconds. Quickly, students, I see 98 of you have joined and just 60 of you have submitted the choices. It's super easy. Just one step and you're there. Just one step and you're there. Another 2 seconds and I'll end the question. We will move to next slide. Okay, and there I'm going to end the question. Let's see how many of you got it right. And there, Sakshi Maurya, Harsh, Sujay, DJ Sabari, Khushi, Jyoti. Very good. 52 of you have got it right. Wonderful. Let's see the correct answer on the board now. Please move back to the Zoom board. And on the Zoom board, you can see 2 times 4, that is 8. So C is equal to 8. This was the correct answer. Okay, let's move to question number 4. Again, this is easy, similar type of question. Look at the question carefully, students. This is 9 over 36 equals to x over 24. What are we supposed to do? Check for the pattern. Check for the pattern. Okay, but here we see no such pattern is there. So what can be done? Always bring down this fraction to the lowest form. So bring down this fraction to lowest form. 9 and 36. 9 ones are 9 and 9 times 4 is 36, right? So this is 1 over 4 equals to x over 24. Now check out the pattern. Yes, now check out the pattern. 4 times what is 24? 4 times 6 is 24. Very good. 4 times 6 is 24. We repeat the same pattern on top. 1 times 6 will give you the answer. 1 times 6 will give you the answer. Okay, I guess you all have got the answers. So move to the quiz link, go back to the quiz screen, and you should be able to see the question there. Okay, quickly, what is the value of x? 4 times 6 is 24, and we have to repeat the same pattern on top. 1 times 6 will give you the value of x. Okay, so another 5 seconds, all right. 2 more seconds. Quickly submit your answers. And let's see how many of you have got it right. Okay, there you can see on the dashboard, 51 of you again have got it right. Very good. For those who are still, like 12 of you are still making it wrong, let us see the answer on the board. Please move back to the Zoom screen. On the Zoom screen, you should be able to see the screen. And here 1 times 6 is x. So x is equals to 6. This was this was the answer. If you're not able to understand it this way, the other way is 1 over 4 is equals to x over 24. We have to find x, so shift this 24 on the other side. That will be 24 over 4, which is equals to 6 again. So this is just another way of solving it. Okay, let's look at the next question. Question number 5. Patrick has 2 black, 3 red, and 5 white toy cars. What is the ratio of red toy cars to all the toy cars? Okay, again, a very easy question. Red toys to all toy cars. So red to the total. What is red over total? Okay, I guess you all are solving it. So number of red toys, that is 3, divided by total. What is the total? Okay, I won't fill this in, otherwise you will get the answer. So total is the sum of all the number of cars, isn't it? So just simplify and get the answer. And once you are done, move back to the quiz link. Go to the quiz board, and there you should be able to see the question. Go to the quiz board, and there you should be able to see the question. What is the ratio of red to total number of cars? Red is 3, and you have to find the total number of cars. That will give you the ratio. And remember, numerator first, denominator next. That should be the order. Numerator first, denominator next. That should be the order. So let's see how many of you have submitted answers. 55 of you have already submitted the answers. Quickly, I'll give you 5 more seconds. 5 more seconds. You all are doing great. For those who have not yet joined the link, what you can do, you can see on the top over here, you need to go to joinmyquiz.com, and you have the code over here. It's 142279. 142279. Okay. And yes, 70 of you have given the answers. So here, let's see how many of you have got it right. DJ Sabri, Harsh, Khushi, Dinkar Tiwari, Mayank, Rishikesh, Abhijit, very good. 47 of you have got it right. For those who couldn't make it, let us look at the solution on the Zoom board. So come back to the Zoom page, and you should be able to see this same question. Just check, we just had to enter the total over here, right? So what is the total? 2 plus 3 plus 5. 2 plus 3 plus 5. The total was 10, isn't it? So the correct answer is this. 3:10 is the answer. Okay. We move to next question. Question number 6. All right. Look at this question. Read it carefully. For every 3 cups of rice, you need 2 cups of water. All right. So 3 cups of rice, you need some cups of water. That is 3 cups of rice over 2 cups of water. And the ratio has to be same, right? So if you use 12 cups of rice instead of 3, now you're going to use 12 cups of rice. So how much water will you need? How many cups of water? Okay, so that is X. And what are we supposed to do? Find X. How can we do that? Simply look at the pattern, look at the operation. Like what can be multiplied to 3 to get 12? Yes, you all are right. 3 times 4 is 12. So we repeat the same pattern at the bottom. 2 times 4 will give us the value, correct? Okay, so once you have got the answers on paper, quickly go back to the quiz page, and you should be able to see this question there. You should be able to see this question there. And remember one thing, you're not supposed to solve these steps in the exam. You just have to select, you just have to mention the correct choice. You just have to mention the correct choice in the paper. Okay, so these are the tricks. Do write it down for now. Do write it on paper, like how we are getting the answers. All right, and 67 of you have submitted it already. Let us see how many of you got it right. Others, I can see 120 participants are there. Still some of you are not able to submit. Try to switch the pages faster. Okay, and submit your answers fast because these are very simple steps, isn't it? Let us see how many of you have got it right. And there we see Sakshi, Khushi, Dinkar, Mayank, Abhijit, Rishikesh, very good. 53 of you have got it right. Let me share the screen. Okay, here 53 of you have got it right. The answer was 8, isn't it? The answer was 8. Great. Let us look at the board again. For those who couldn't make it, just check. So we are looking at the pattern. 3 times 4 is 12. So 2 times 4 will be x. X equals to 8. That is the answer. X equals to 8. Okay. Let us look at next question. Question number 7. Question number 7. And it says, what is the ratio? Determine the ratio of the following: 30 minutes to 2 hours. Now remember one thing, whenever there are units like this, we should always convert them to the same units. Okay, so 30 minutes and 2 hours. So let us convert this 2 hours to minutes. We know 1 hour equals to how much? 60 minutes. So what will be 2 hours equal to? Quickly write it on paper. 2 hours equals to 2 times 60, that is 120 minutes. So we have to find the ratio of 30 minutes to 120 minutes. The first should be written on top, the second should be written on at the bottom, right? Numerator and denominator in that format. So 30 to 120, we have converted the hours to minutes, and now bring this down to simplest form. So one hint I'll give you, 0 0 gets cancelled out, and then you're left with 3 over 12. Quickly reduce this to lowest form and go back to the Zoom, to the quiz page. Go back to the quiz page and you should be able to see this question there. Yes. Quickly, you have 30 seconds. The timer is running. Quickly submit your answers. You just need to bring down that ratio, that fraction to lowest form. 3 is to 12. Bring it down to lowest form. By which number would you divide? By which number would you divide? Yes, 5 more seconds. And time's up. Let's see how many of you have got it right. Very good. 41 of you have got it right. 64 people attempted this. Just check how to get the answer to this one. I guess few of you may have got confused on this. 9 and 10 of you. So let us go back to the Zoom page. On the Zoom page, you should be able to see this ratio. We had got 3 over 12. 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 12, right? So 1 over 4. And the correct choice is this one over here. 1 is to 4. Okay, students? Yes, and for those who are just randomly trying to do guesswork, please don't do that because you will lose your marks, right? And at the end of this month, we will be giving you certificates to the students who score who score good marks. Okay, so try to work out the questions because these are just small steps. Try to do the works on paper, try to do the calculation, and then only select the correct choice. Please don't do guesswork. Okay, so next question number 8. In a class there are 30 boys and 12 girls. What is the ratio of number of boys to the number of girls? So similar type of question. Just now we did a question like this, but the ratio is different here. Boys to girls. So first we have to write boys over the number of girls. Okay, boys to girls. So first boys and then girls. How many number of boys? That is 30 over the number of girls, which is 12. And now you have to bring down this ratio to lowest form. What can we divide by? Yes, both of them are divisible by 6, isn't it? So dividing both of them by 6, you should get the ratio. And I'm going to open question on the quiz link. So quickly, once you're done, Go to the quiz link and you should be able to see the question there. Okay, and you have 30 seconds to attempt it. All right, please solve it on paper, because when I will switch the screen, you won't be able to see the question, isn't it? You won't be able to see the steps actually. So quickly go to the quiz page and submit your answers. Yes, 10 seconds remaining. 10 seconds. Quickly submit your answers, everyone. And time's up. All right, let's see how many of you got it right. So 54 of you got it right. Again, still I see 8 and 2. Some students are still doing guesswork. Please don't do that, because I know you all can get them right. Yes. So let us go back to the Zoom page, and there you should be able to see the last step that we did. Divide both the numbers by 6. So 30 divided by 6 is 5, and 12 divided by 6 is 2. So 5:2 is the answer. Now, not to get confused between this and this, because 5 should be written first, because 5 is the numerator. So 5 first and then the denominator. The correct answer is 5:2. Okay, students, this is the correct one. So please don't get confused. Let us move to next question. Question number 9. There are 50 donkeys and chickens on a farm. Now this is a question on linear equation in 2 variables, right? We are doing mixed questions. There are a total of 174 legs. So there are 50 donkeys and chickens on a farm. Combination is this. There are a total of 174 legs. Which system below can be used to figure out how many each animal the farm has? Yes. So there are few donkeys and chickens. Let me give you few hints and then you can try it out. Okay, I will give you one equation, other equation you have to find. Okay, so let the number of donkeys be D and the number of chickens be C. All right, this is how we start. And then we are given there are 50 donkeys and chickens. That means sum of donkeys and chickens, the total is 50. All right, the total is 50. And next thing is the number of legs. Look at the number of legs. There are 174 legs. So these are the number of legs and these are the number of donkeys. Fine, the number of animals. All right, and now what will be the next step? Yes, students, always the simplest way to get the equations is try to imagine or try to look at the question in a table format like this. Okay, and you will get the equations easily. Now, legs. So donkey has how many legs? 4 legs. Chicken has how many legs? 2 legs, right? So how to get equation on the legs? How to get the equation on legs? 4 legs for one donkey. So how many legs for D donkeys? We multiply. Okay, so 4D. All right, that will be 4D, and 2 legs for one chicken. So how many legs for C chickens? That would be 2C, and the total we know that's 174, correct? So total equals to this. This is one equation. All right, students, this is one equation. And second equation you can get using this relationship. Sum of the number of donkeys and chickens is 50. So sum of this is equals to 50. All right, I have given you the hints. Try to select the correct choice now. Go to the quiz page and there you should be able to see the question. Okay, go to the quiz page and there you should be able to see the question here. Okay, you should be able to see a question like this. You have to select the correct choice. Be very careful when you're selecting the correct choice. Be very careful, students. Okay, look at each equation carefully. 4D plus 2C equals to 174. Which is the correct choice? Look at it carefully. Don't get confused. This is a tricky question. The choices are a bit tricky. And I'm going to switch off this timer. All right, I'll give you 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. Take a look at the choices closely. Okay, and identify the correct one. So already you saw d plus c equals to 50. D plus c equals to 50. That is one equation, correct? So this option gets ruled out. Nobody should select this one. And also this one, d plus c is 174. So this is also not the correct choice. Among these two, look at the choices carefully and select the right one. And now I'm going to end the question. Let us see how many of you have got it right. Yes. There we see new names. Very good, students. So there we see 59 of you have got it right, but still some of you got confused on this first one. There was like no reason to get confused and selecting this one, d plus c equals to 174, because we know d plus c equals to 50, isn't it? So please don't do guesswork, because we will be having the names of the students and the scores on each one. There I have started the next question. Look at this question closely. Okay, of course we are going to discuss it on the board. So go to the Zoom board, everyone. Go to the Zoom board, and here I will give you few hints. Again, this is a question on linear equation in two variables. How to identify the correct answer. Okay, so please don't do guesswork. Please don't do guesswork. Let me help you. Let me give you some tricks. So 3 haircuts and 2 hair dyes will give 315 minutes. Okay, so if we use X for haircut, and Y for hair dyes, and Y for hair dyes, and the total is in minutes. Okay, so it says 3 haircuts and 2 hair dyes, the total is 135. So clearly this equation is 3x plus 2y equals to 315. Okay, replace the haircuts with x, replace the hair dye with y, and in 315 minutes. Okay, 315 minutes. So that is equal to 315. Same way, look at the second condition and get the second equation. 2 haircuts and 4 hair dyes takes 450 minutes. So what will be the equation? You just have 3 choices. Look at the choices carefully and select the correct one. Don't be in a hurry. Select the correct work, please. And don't do guesswork. You all can get them right. You all can get them right. So there 41 of you have already entered the choices. For others who are still trying, once again look at the board over here. It says 3 haircuts and 2 hair dyes. You just need to replace the haircuts with X and the hair dyes with Y. The numbers stay as it is. Sum of these two is equals to the total number of minutes. Okay, that will give you 2 equations. Select the correct equations. Be very careful, students. This is a very simple question. This is a very, very simple question. So 3x plus 2y equals to 315. 3x plus 2y equals to 315. Check. Which is the correct one? Super easy question. And now I'm going to end the quiz. End this question. Let us see how many of you got it right. 79 of you have submitted the answers. And 61 of you have got it right. Very good. For those here, those who are still not able to get it right, please concentrate. Try to focus more. Okay, try to look at the options closely. And let us move to next question. Over here on the board, just check. This was so simple. This was so simple. For those who are still getting it wrong, or others who are still not trying it, 3x plus 2y equals to 315. The first is the correct one. 3x plus 2y equals to 315. This is 2x plus 2y, so this option goes wrong. And 3x plus 2y equals to 450. 450 is for the second condition. So again, because of this goes wrong. The correct option was the first one. Okay, students. Also, the order may change. The order of options may change at your end. So please look at the choices carefully because they keep changing. Okay, those the order won't be same. The one as you see on board. All right, and let us move to the next question. Ready, all of you? That is the next question. And this is super easy, right? A solution to a system of linear equations with two variables is written as an ordered pair x comma y. You know, we had done so many questions on this. How do you write the solution? It is always in the form x comma y, isn't it? So what is the answer to this? What is the answer to this? Quickly go to the quiz link and select the correct choice. We always write the answer in x comma y format. Always. Okay. So is this sentence true or false? Nobody should get it wrong. Everyone. Look at the question carefully. A solution to a system of linear equations with two variables is written as an ordered paired x comma y. Is it true or false? Is it true or false? And another 10 seconds. Another 10 seconds. Quickly submit your answers. And time's up. Let us see how many of you got it right. Wonderful. And 69 of you got it right. Still 5 of you made it wrong. How? See, the solution is always in capitals, always written in x comma y format. So the answer was true. Okay. Let us look at the next question. I'm really happy. So many of you are getting it right. And the hard work, I appreciate that. So next question, question number 12. This question needs some work. All right. So everyone work it out on paper. Okay. Because when I switch to the quiz link, you won't be able to see the steps on board. So equation 1, that is 2x plus 3y equals to 12. This is equation 1. And the second is 3x minus 2y equals to 5. Correct? This is equation 2. Fine. And what are we supposed to do? Some multiplication so that the y terms are same or the x terms are same. So multiply the first equation by 2 and the second equation by 3, isn't it? So that the y terms will become same. Okay. What will happen when we multiply the first equation with 2? So multiplying first equation with 2, we get 2x into 2, that is 4x, plus 2 into 3y, that is 6y, equals to 2 into 12, that is 24. This is equation 1. Look at the equation. Oh, sorry. This is equation 3. Correct? And then multiplying equation 2 with 3. 3 times 3, that is 9x. 3 times 2, that is minus 6y, equals to 3 times 5, that is 15. This is equation 4. Okay. And now you see the y terms are same, opposite signs. What should be done? You need to add. All right. Now everyone look at the steps carefully. So this gets crossed out. 9 plus 4, this is 13x equals to, what do we get here? Yes, I guess you have written it out on paper. So 13x equals to 39. 13 is in multiplication. It's that side it would divide. So x equals to 3. X equals to 3. You can rule out two choices here itself. X equals to 3. Check. This is x equals to 2. So this is wrong. X equals to 2. This is wrong. You're left with just another two choices. Substitute the value of this x in any one of the equations. Let me solve that part over here. So put x equals to 3 in any one of the equation. Put x equals to 3. Let us put it in the first equation. 2x plus 3y equals to 12. Yes, everyone. Try it out. What will you do next? 2 times 3, that is 6, plus 3y equals to 12. And 6 moves to that side. That will be 3y equals to 12 minus 6. And we all know 12 minus 6 is 6. And 3 moves to the other side. That will be division. So what will be the value of y? You have to solve this part. And once you're done, go to the quiz link. There you should be able to see the same question quickly. Okay, this is super easy. everyone. So look at the screen closely. You have got the value of x. You just need to solve for y. 3y equals to 6. 3 will go to that side. It would divide. 6 divided by 3. What do you get? Yes, everyone. And the time's up. Let's see how many of you have got it right. Okay, great. Good score. Khushi is on top. Khushi, try to increase your speed because maybe somebody may, get more marks more than you. So just try to increase your speed a bit. So here you can see 59 of you have got it right. Still few of you are getting confused or maybe some guesswork. Please don't do that. All right, let us look at the Zoom page now. Go back to the Zoom page. You should be able to see the solution over here. So x equals to 3 and y equals to what? 3 goes to that side. It would be division. 3 times 2 is 6. So y equals to 2. You got x equals to 3 and y equals to 2. This is the correct choice. X equals to 3, y equals to 2. This is negative 2. So this gets crossed out. Let us look at next question. Yes. Now, this is a question based on statistics. At Dominic Hughes Donuts, the number of donut holes in a bag can vary, and we are asked to find the mode. Now, what is the meaning of mode? I'll give you a trick how to remember that. Mode. When you look at the spelling, the first two letters, just remember the first two letters. Mode means most. Mode means most. Most repeating number. So among these numbers, which is the number that is repeating most, or the maximum repeating number is the mode? Maximum repeating number. Isn't that easy? Anybody can tell this answer. Maximum repeating number is the mode. In these options, in these numbers, which is the maximum repeating number? Quickly go to the quiz link, the quiz page, and there you should be able to see this question. Yes, everyone. Everybody should get it right. Everybody. Come on. So there you go. Mode is most repeating number. All right. And you should be able to see the question like this on the quiz page. Remember, mode is the maximum repeating number. Which number is repeating maximum? Which number is repeating maximum? Super easy. A second grade kid can also tell the answer. Which number is repeating maximum? Nobody should get it wrong. And another 5 seconds, I'm going to end this question. Another 5 seconds. 71 of you have already answered it. Great. Another 2 seconds. And time's up. Let us see how many of you got it right. And we see Khushi is on the top still. Great. 63 of you got it right, but still few of them confused. Just check the question once again. Maximum repeating number, that's 10. 10 is repeated 4 times. 13 is 2 times. 12 is 2 times. So the answer is 10. Maximum repeating number. Okay. And again, go back to the Zoom page. Go back to the Zoom page. Here you will be able to see question number 14. Read the options carefully. The question is, what is mode? Just now we have discussed what is mode. Concentrate on the spelling. The question itself has the answer. The first 2 letters. Mode means most. Most, right? So which is the correct choice? Look at the choices carefully. I am not going to tell the answer. Go to the quiz link and you should be able to see this question there. Go to the quiz link and you should be able to see this question there. What is the meaning of mode? Mode means most. Okay, that is the hint for you, and anybody can get this answer right. Which is the correct choice? Quickly, students, quickly. What is mode? You need to concentrate just on the first 2 letters. M-O-D-E, mode, M-O-S-T, most. Another 5 seconds and I'll end this question. Another 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 2 more seconds and time's up. Let us see how many of you got it right. Khushi is still on top. Khushi, keep it up. Sakshi, please try to increase your speed. 55 of you have got it right. So just check the choices. Happening most was the correct answer. What is the mode? Mode is most repeating value. So happening the most is the answer. Average means mean. Biggest minus smallest, the third option. Biggest minus smallest is the range. That is the range. And the middle number, that is the median. Okay. Let us look at next question. Please, everyone, join the Zoom screen. Go to the Zoom page. Yes, and the next question is not visible. Just a minute, students. Just a minute. Okay, let me add the question on the quiz itself. So go to the quiz link and you should be able to see the question there. Go to the quiz link and you should be able to see the question there. Find the mean. Find the mean of these numbers. Find the mean. Please don't do guesswork. How do we find mean? We add all the numbers, right? And then divide by the number of numbers, isn't it? So for hints, go to the Zoom page and you should be able to see the question here. Find the mean of these numbers. How do you find the mean? First, add the answer, add the numbers, right? And divide it by the number of numbers. So how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. So divide by 6. Mean is sum of all observations divided by the number of observations. Okay. So add them up and divide by 6 and you will get the answer. And 18, 18 and 2 will make it a 20, 20 plus 12 plus 4 over 6. What do we get? 16. That will be 36 divided by 6, isn't it? And that will give you the answer. Okay, and let's see how many of you have got it right. 79 of you have submitted the answers. Okay, let's see how many of you got it right. Khushi is still on top. Sakshi, Mayank and Shravani are the top 5 students. Very good students, very good. And 71 of you have got it right. That's fantastic. Okay, and I think we are running out of time, so I need to end the quiz. Just a minute, I will end the quiz over here, and you should be able to see the scores on your quiz screen. So just give me a minute. Okay, so here on my screen, I'm going to end this. Just check and let us see the top participants, the top 5 or top 10 names. Okay, just a minute. One area, no, not this one. This one, just a minute, students. Question paper solving. This one, and let us see the names. Yes, Khushi, Sakshi, Mayank, and the name is not visible here. Write your name first always. Shravani, Sanu, Dinkar, Abhijit, Jyoti, Nisha, Arbaz, Nilesh, these are the top students who made it the maximum right. Now here you can see the accuracy is less, but you have attempted 15 on 15 questions. Here you can see 15 out of 15 right. So these are the top 5 students who got all 15 correct. Shravani, I cannot see the name here, Mayank, Sakshi, Maurya and Khushi. Well done all of you, well done. And please make some more efforts to next time write it out on paper, solve it and wisely focused, stay focused and then select the correct choice. Of course you will get full correct answers, you will get all of them right. So with that, that's all for today and thank you for joining. I hope you all learned something and you enjoyed it also. Thank you for joining. See you on Thursday now. Thursday, same time with Maths 2 question paper solving. And we will be doing question A, 1A again.